Good day to you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Do want to thank you for listening. Want to talk to you about really a simple idea that God gives us in Proverbs. It may seem kind of backwards to us at times because we're told to work and work hard, and you can see the idea is going to be do not overwork, and there's a reasoning behind that. Let's look at Proverbs chapter 23, verses 4 and 5. Do not overwork to be rich. Because of your own understanding, cease. Will you set your eyes on that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away like an eagle toward heaven. So the first statement here is easy to understand. Don't exhaust yourself to pursue riches. That's what that word for overwork means. Don't exhaust yourself. Don't wear yourself out. Don't make that the thing that you chase and pursue to the point of exhaustion, right? So this is not to tell you to not work, to not supply for your family or anything like that. Those are good things for us. We should be doing those, taking care of our families. But instead, God is telling us to not spend our life, right? Overworking, or we would say, doing a lot of overtime to be rich. Don't do all that overtime. Don't spend all your time and miss out on your life working to be rich. Sometimes we do need to work over. That does happen to all of us, and that's not really what we're referring to. But sometimes our job demands it. But if you're just spending all your time working at something, right, to be rich, chasing money, chasing wealth, then you're trading your life away for money. And there's human consequences, and there's, spiritual consequences, right? Because this means you're trading your time with your spouse, with your children. You're trading all that away with your friends and your family. Time you would spend with the Lord, you'd spend with God, studying His Word. You're trading all that away to chase money, and it's just not worth it. It's like this image, are you chasing riches at the cost of everything else? Notice that in this picture, the money is just flying away, and that's because no matter how much you get, how much you attain or grab hold of, if money is the only goal, you'll never be satisfied, and you'll miss the best parts of life chasing money and wealth. I mean, you see, he's just pursuing this, and there's no family, there's no one else, there's nothing but that money. That's all he's focused on. And that's what the second part of the phrase is telling us. Learn this lesson. Stop doing that. Don't, overwork to be rich. Stop pursuing riches because you see and understand that this greed is bad. It's consuming your life, and you are only pursuing wealth at the cost of everything else. So know this, understand it, and stop. That's the idea of because of your own understanding, cease. In other words, learn this lesson and cut it out. So this is about the wisdom of restraint. Work and productivity, they're good. Making money is good. We need a certain amount of money for society, for things we need. But when that goal becomes corrupted and it's an obsession to just get more and more wealth and obtain wealth and more money, more and more stuff at the cost of everything else, that's when it's out of control. It's unwise, it's bad for you, and you will regret it. No matter how rich you might become, you won't ever really be happy or satisfied with that. Now, on a personal note, I'm wealthier than I've ever been. I'm not like wealthy like we would think of people, being wealthy here in the U.S. But I have more than I've ever had. But I'm not any happier, matter of fact, since my wife passed away, that money really doesn't mean that much to me. It meant more to me before, because I was using that for us. We were doing things. I had saved money for retirement so that we could go and do some things in our retirement together. And now all that's gone. But what I really love and appreciate is the time I had with her, right? All those times that I would have missed out on had I done nothing but work to be rich. I would have totally missed out on all those times. And those are the things that are really important to me now that I remember and I get a lot of joy out of. So that's just one example, just my example. Maybe not the best example, but still. Now, if we look at this from Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verses 10 and 11, he who loves silver will not be satisfied with silver, nor he who loves abundance with increase. This also is vanity. When goods increase, they increase who eat them. So what profit have the owners except to see them with their eyes? Simply put, if you love money, you will never be satisfied. It will never be enough. And as you increase your wealth, you will increase your spending. You'll say for instance, instead of that nice little Camry or Mustang or whatever car you have now you're going to want that Porsche, that Corvette, that Rolls Royce, that limousine or something like that. Or instead of that nice little 3-bedroom house you have, which may be 2,000 square feet or less, but now you move into like a big 5,000 square foot place with a lot of extra rooms, and that cycle never ends. You'll see these rich people, and I'm not trying to put anybody down, but you'll see these rich people, these stars and stuff, and they buy these multi-million-dollar homes with so much space, and they can't even use it all, right? It's just too much. It's a waste. And it's a vanity, like Ecclesiastes would tell us. It's vanity. But this cycle will never end of needing more wealth so I can consume and buy more stuff. That's where it says they increase who eat them. Just think of that as consuming, buying, spending that money, right? And it's because if we're this way, then our focus is on earthly things, earthly wealth, and it just becomes a never-ending quest for more and more. We don't want that. Now, if we look at verse 5 here, verse 5 is about this never-ending pursuit of wealth, about it being your goal, because it will never be enough. It's a constantly moving goalpost. No matter how much you have, it will just never be enough. You will always want more and more. And once you make a certain amount, your appetite will also grow to match that. Then you will need still more. And your appetite, your lifestyle will also continue to grow to match that. Sorry, I think I'm hitting my mic. It's just a never-ending hamster wheel that you get on if you're pursuing wealth and riches like this. And you're pursuing something that won't last. Earthly riches are fleeting, and even if you achieve them, they are easily lost or spent. And it's just too easy to lose everything to this empty pursuit, which is what it is. So chasing riches is just this never-ending, hopeless pursuit. You can have all the money in the world and not be happy, not be satisfied. So I encourage you to not let riches deceive you. Yeah, work, support your family. It's good to have some money and save some money and do some good things. Get your family the things they need. And then get a little extra and have little vacations and do things and have some good times and memories. Don't put all your time into this crazy pursuit of chasing money. Don't pursue wealth to the exclusion of your life, because that's what you're doing. You're trading away all the time of your life just to pursue money. And that time you will never get back. And that's time that you would have with your spouse, your children, with your friends and your families. And those will be things that you treasure. So I want us to see this warning here in 1 Timothy. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verses 9 and 10. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and harmful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from the faith in their greediness and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Now, this is our warning from the New Testament, much like our Old Testament warnings. Now, this is plainly stated and explained. We can't ignore it. People have strayed from the faith due to the love of money. And that means people who did believe, who were in the faith. And that brings us to a final point. The issue of seeking God and His kingdom, of trusting in the Lord and not money. Wealth offers a superficial, fake happiness and a sense of security, yet wealth is very transitory and can be easily lost or mismanaged. You look at all the people who've won the lotteries that have mismanaged their funds and are back to being worse off than they were before. On the other hand, if we will follow the Lord and do His will and help others, that will be a great source of lasting joy and contentment. And as we follow the Lord and as we practice those things He tells us to practice, it teaches us to trust in the Lord. It teaches us more and more as we learn more about God and with the Lord, the fact that we have this real security, this eternal security. As we follow Him, we will learn to trust in Him more. And as we put those teachings into practice, our faith will grow, our trust in Him will become stronger. And it's like anything else we work at, any muscle we strengthen, the more we use it, the better and stronger it becomes. And you grow to realize that the only real security in this life is found in the Lord and in His care for us. So remember to seek the Lord, seek God and His kingdom and not riches. The Lord will improve every part of your life in ways that money just can't. So thank you for listening. Hope you have a wonderful day. May God bless you and keep you safe. And remember, God loves you.